Yo, what's good everyone, and welcome back to another video. As you can tell from the title, today we are checking out a brand new game called Birdkeepers. Now this game is a little bit interesting and it has quite the intriguing backstory as well, because some of you may or may not have already heard of this game a couple of months back when it was called Beekeepers. Now I'm more than 100% sure that some of you are already going to the comments saying, dude, this looks a lot like Bee Swarm Simulator. Well, if you're one of those people, then all I have to say is you're somewhat kind of right, but not really. So like I mentioned before, the game was originally released as Beekeepers, but unfortunately there was a little bit of a situation with the Bee Swarm dev, and I believe that the game got shut down a total of 2 different times. So for that reason, the developers went ahead and kind of scrapped the entire idea of using bees, and now the game is called Birdkeepers. And if you notice, based off of everyone that's walking around, you guessed it, you're going to be raising birds. Now to my knowledge, the game is somewhat set up the exact same as Bee Swarm Simulator. I mean, the concept obviously in the sense of you have your little nest over here, there's these individual patches which are also named different things. Instead of obviously going after white flowers and red flowers, in this game you're going after seeds as well as nuts and a couple of different fruits. Now if you look over here, there is quest in each and every single one of the zones, and just like Bee Swarm Simulator, you do need to have a certain amount of birds in order to be able to progress to the next area. From the spot that I'm in right now, I can only see zone 5 as well as zone 10. There's obviously more up there, but I can't really see them. And if we look over on this side, there is a shop inside of here with different farming tools as well as the different backpacks that you can go ahead and purchase with the in-game money in this game. But we're not going to waste any more time, man. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We are currently at 48,800 subscribers, which means that, dude, it's very possible that we could be about 24 hours to maybe even 48 hours away from hitting 49k. So thank you guys, seriously, it means so much to me, and I am super excited to go ahead and hit 50k right after that. Also, don't forget, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. It does help my content get out there, and I would really appreciate that. But let's waste no more time and claim our tree. Actually, I was gonna say hive, but that would be just a little bit awkward. Now once we go ahead and claim our tree, we're gonna start off with 2 individual nests as well as 2 incredibly adorable birds. Now for those of you that have played Bee Swarm Simulator, which I really haven't played that much of it, but I do understand the general concept of the entire game. So I know that in that game you purchase eggs, then you kind of walk up to your hive, take a random chance at getting a different type of bee, and you can obviously go ahead and use a different treat to kind of increase those chances. Well, in this game it's a little bit different because when you walk up to here, there is a breeding system. So if you notice, when I'm outside of my tree, I don't really have the menu over here on the side, but as soon as I walk onto the platform, the menu pops up. In here you can go ahead and grab 2 birds that you have, mix them together, and that'll give you a different type of bird instead of actually having to purchase an egg and hatch it. We'll get to that point in this video, so don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and talk to the purple butterfly so we can get started on our very first quest. And he says, why hello, bird keeper. When did you arrive on our mountain? Oh, you used to be a beekeeper? Well, things are a little bit different here. On this mountain, we grow nuts, seeds, and fruit. The other butterflies and I will ask you to collect them. So let's get this started. Collect 500 seeds, nuts, or fruits. So just like that, we have our first quest. Let's open up the menu over here. And it looks like we need to collect a total of 500 of whatever item. It doesn't really matter. So let's start off right here in this first little patch, which it kind of seems like we have some sunflower seeds, a couple of nuts, and I don't really know what these seeds are right here, but we're almost done with this quest. And there we go. We finished it. So let's, for starters, go and sell, because if you notice, this bar up here is going to let you know whether your inventory is full or not. And oh my god, look how many birds this guy has. Also, I do want to point out that there is different rarities of birds in this game, and there is kind of like those little pop-ups. I don't exactly know what they're called on Bee Swarm. I think it's power-ups. Yeah, that guy just went ahead and picked one up over there. Let me see if another one will pop up here. There it is, one of those things. These are also very much available in this game depending on the rarity of bird that you have. But anyways, let's go ahead and make our sale right now, and now let's go turn in this quest and see what our first reward is going to be. He says, that was so quick. I hope you have a good grasp of what butterflies expect. It may start easy, but it will get hard. Toodaloo, bird keeper. All right, so that went ahead and rewarded us with $250. Let's start up the next quest now. Hey yo, bird keeper, I thought I'd tell you all about twigs. Twigs let you create new spaces for your birds. Once there is an available space for a bird, you'll gain the option to breed. Breeding lets you create a new bird using existing ones. For example, when breeding 2 birds that prefer nuts, it's more likely to prefer nuts. That I mean, what? However, rarities work in the opposite way. 2 rare birds are more than likely to create a legendary bird. Anyways, get onto my quest and I'll give you a twig. So this is going to allow us to go ahead and purchase our very first bird, because technically speaking, we were given these 2 birds when we started off the game. So let's see what we got to do here. We need to go ahead and travel to Almond Avenue, which I'm assuming is this over here. And we need to collect 500 food from in there. Then after that, we need to go to Pear Peninsula and collect 500 food from there, which obviously that is going to be Pear Peninsula right over there. Let me just double check. Yep, this is it. All right, so there we go. We finished the first one. Let's head on over now to Pear Peninsula and try and get this quest done here so I can go ahead and show you guys how the entire breeding system works. Oh, we have a full inventory. I gotta go sell. Honestly, I think it's really interesting the way that they went ahead and did this. I mean, obviously the game is very similar to Bee Swarm Simulator, but it does have its own little twist, which I really like. And on top of that, I mean, Bee Swarm Simulator is really fun and all, but for people like me, which unfortunately were not really around playing Roblox when the game actually released, to go ahead and get into it right now is extremely difficult, and there's so much that you need to kind of learn in order to play the game that it starts to become a little overwhelming. So something about being a part of a game as it's in its early stages is really nice, especially when it's in extremely early stages like this game is. I believe it's only been out for about 2 days. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. The quest has now been completed, and he said, excellent. Can't wait to see what bird you breed. Remember, breeding times will start short, but they'll get much longer. See ya. So now inside of our inventory, we should have access to a twig. It's literally just as simple as clicking on it in your inventory and then pressing use item. You'll notice that the nest will then appear at your actual tree. Then all we're going to want to go ahead and do is stand on our platform, click on the breeding menu. Obviously, I only have 2 birds as of right now, so I'm going to have to click on the blue jay for the left side and the cardinal on the right, then click on begin breeding. A timer is going to go ahead and pop up, which in my case is 5 seconds. And now we just kind of wait. There we go. We got ourselves a rare pigeon. Let's go, dude. Now, the one thing that I haven't been able to discover is how to read the stats on individual birds. I know there is a way to do it in the game. I just don't know exactly how to do it. Also, I would like to point out that there is treats in this game. They're located down here. I personally have not made it that far into the game to unlock any treats because, as you guys know, I do like to check out these games on my alt account before I make videos on them. But for this one, I only played roughly around maybe like 15-20 minutes of it, and instantly I knew that a lot of people that would like to play Bee Swarm Simulator would really enjoy to kind of have like this off grind of a completely different game. So I thought it would be a good idea to bring you guys this as a video. But anyways, let's move on to our next quest here, which it says, hang on, what's the difference between nuts and seeds? They are both crunchy and practically the same thing. So what's the difference? Gather me some of both so we can compare them. Sure thing, man. All right, so we need to grab some seeds and some nuts. Well, we definitely know that this is the almond section, so there's obviously going to be a lot of nuts over there, and then these are the seeds. Let me open up my quest menu just so I'm kind of keeping track of this. Man, my inventory is getting full so fast. You know what we should probably do? Let's make this quick sell, and then we're going to head on over to the shop and get ourselves a upgraded backpack. So there we go. Inventory is now completely full. Let's see what backpack we can afford. All right, so taking a look at some of the tools that they have in here, they have a spade for $400, a shovel for 1.5k, a broom for 6k, and then you have a spoon. Now, I do know that there is different tools and different backpacks further in, deeper into the different zones. The only reason I know that is because I have seen a couple of higher level people kind of walking around with like swords and stuff. That's going to be really interesting to go and check out, but let's see the backpacks here. First one is going to be a sack for 200. Then we have a backpack for 1.8k, a jar 7.5k, and a capsule 26k. All right, so we can definitely only afford a backpack, but that's perfect. It's going to go ahead and bump us up to 1.2k. So I am definitely not mad about that. Let's finish up our seeds here, and then we're going to move on over to the almond patch. Now, obviously, once I get a better understanding of this game, we'll probably go ahead and spend some Robux here, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe there is one thing to purchase. Yeah, the noob bird. This powerful bird fights along your side. Buy your new best buddy today. I don't know exactly how useful that's going to be, but I mean, why not, right? It's kind of probably like the noob bear. Is that what it's called in Bee Swarm Simulator? I forget. Someone correct me in the comment section. What do we have under? We have starter pack. Buy the starter pack, only available for the first week. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Yo, so shout out to Jack. He went ahead and just told me that there is a new code in the game, which apparently is release, and then there's another one called macadamia. So let's go ahead and type in release, see what that goes ahead and gives us. New boost code, $250, 3 common treats, and that's pretty much it, dude. Not bad. And then the second code was macadamia. Let's see if this works. It does. Fruit boost, $350 and 3 more common treats. Someone else said there's another code. Thanks for playing. So just like that, hit redeem. Whoa, new boost, fruit boost, 350, a rare treat. Let's go. So yeah, only 3 codes, which honestly, I'm not mad about that at all. Look at that. So now we have a common tree and we also have ourselves a rare one. Makes your birds more likely to be rare. And then the common one just speeds up your breeding timer. So that's not bad, man. Big shout out to both of those guys for helping out. I really appreciate that. Yo, and shout out to Jack, man. Look, he's rocking the merch, looking sick. He's got a crazy amount of birds and he's also using that sword that I told you guys about. But anyways, we're done with the quest now. Let's go ahead and turn this in. He says, here we go. Let's have a little look-see. That makes more sense. Nuts don't naturally open when they mature. Learn something new every day. All right, what's the next quest? Fruit, and more fruit. Oh no, I've only had 4 pieces of fruit today. I need more fruit. Help, Birdkeeper, help. Hurry. Don't worry about it, man. We're just gonna head to the Pear Peninsula and I'm gonna grab you some fruit. All right, and just like that, we're done with this quest. Let me sell really quick and then we're gonna head on over, turn this in, and then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind for the next couple of minutes, get ourselves 5 birds so we can move on to the next zone, and I'll kind of go ahead and show you guys what that zone looks like. Also, I don't really think I'm gonna use this now because, I mean, I don't really need the starter pack, but because it's only available the first week, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it just so I don't miss that opportunity. Hey, it gave us $15,000 and a mystical treat as well as 2 legendary treats. What? The legendary treat says makes your bird more likely to be legendary and the mystical says makes your bird more likely to be mystical. That's crazy. But anyways, like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead, grab myself 2 more of the twigs so we can grab 5 birds in total and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back and I just went ahead and finished the final quest to be able to get my 5th twig. Just in case if you're interested, this is the final one for the first zone. It says collect 1,750 food, 1,000 seeds, 1,000 nuts, and 1,000 fruit. So here we go. We should be able to finish this completely off right now. He says, spectacular bird keeper, you deserve this twig. Make sure you go talk to Fancy Butterfly for me. He's got loads of quests. Fancy Butterfly is located right up there. We're gonna go talk to him just in a second, but before we do that, there is a couple of things that I want to go ahead and check out. For starters, I don't think I'm gonna use the mystical treat yet. I'm gonna wait till you guys let me know in the comments. For those of you that have played this game, should I wait till later on when I'm kind of like deeper into the game to use this, or should I use it right now? Because unfortunately, I can only buy that starter pack one time and I don't really want to waste the whole entire mystical treat on just something completely dumb. But because I have 2 legendary treats, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice one of them just for the sake of the video. So let's go ahead and open up our breeding menu here. And I think what we're going to go ahead and do is, for starters, I'm going to check on the legendary treat down here. Then we're going to put a pigeon on the left side and a cardinal on the right side. Let's go ahead and begin breeding. It says 1 minute and 35 seconds in order to go ahead and get this one. So we'll wait for that time. In the meantime, I'm going to start racking up some money, so I will be right back because we also need to do 1 more bird after that. All right, so there we go. We went ahead and got ourselves a legendary bird, dude. This one is called a Thunderbird, bro, and it's even got a sick little particle effect on it. Now, unfortunately, I still have no idea whatsoever on how to actually check the stats of my bird. I know that there is a specific way of doing it, but I am just so small-brained that I don't know how to look at it. Oh, okay. I just figured it out right now. So when you're standing on your plot, you just want to go ahead and click on the nest. If we go ahead and click on the first one, you'll see my blue jay. It says a big blue bird that's great at carrying food. It likes fruit, collects 30 in 0.8 seconds, sells 125 in 0.8 seconds, 20 speed, and 1 damage. Now the brand new Thunderbird that we got collects 90 in 0.8 seconds, 130 sells in 0.9 seconds, 20 speed, and 3 damage. So that's pretty cool, man. I do have to go ahead and place down my 5th twig now, which if you notice, now it goes ahead and adds a beautiful second shelf right above that. Now for this one, we won't be using another legendary treat, but we will be combining my pigeon with my Thunderbird. My pigeon obviously being the rare one and my Thunderbird being my legendary. So it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of rarity we get out of this, but that's unfortunately going to take another 1 minute. So back to my grinding in the meantime until that goes ahead and hatches, and then we'll probably go ahead and call the video there once we make our way over over to the second zone. All right, here we go. 3 more seconds. What is it that we're gonna get with this one? We got ourselves a white parrot, which is a rare. Let's go, dude. This one doesn't have really the best stats. I mean, sells 75 in 1.3 seconds. Not the best stats, but I'm still happy. And this also does now mean we can go ahead and move on to zone number 2, which actually these things on the side kind of look like hazelnuts. That's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and pick up Fancy Butterflies quest. Oh, Bird Keeper, you look disgusting. Wait, what, dude? Why are you coming at me like that, man? If you're going to be working for me, you're going to have to get a much better outfit. Collect me some food and I'll help you out. Oh man, this is a beefy quest right here. Look at the numbers that we need to get. Collect 20,000 food, 3,500 fruits. Yeah, this is a much bigger quest. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, man. We went ahead and got ourselves 2 rare pigeons. Actually, I think one of them was a parrot, but we also got ourselves a legendary one, and I was able to go ahead and show you guys this really interesting game. Honestly, depending on how you guys enjoy this, be expecting another video on this, because like I mentioned before, I've always wanted to get into Bee Swarm Simulator, but there's just so much that you need to learn in that game because of how old it is, that honestly it's a little overwhelming, and I just can't see myself getting into Bee Swarm Simulator. But this one, man, you best believe that your boy is going to make it all the way to the very end. But anyways, man, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this one. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.